Well, hello. Welcome back, everyone. We have a sudden death vote. Please vote for 1, 2, or 3 for our file name. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Also, since I'm here, and y'all know me, I don't care. I have, no shame. If y'all have any requests for the Kirby Boyo, I will do the Boyo as much as you'd like. But you gotta donate. Those two are free.
I'm cheating and voting from here. Number three.
Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like number 3 is winning.
Do it.
I also saw 5 in there.
Yeah, I also saw 5.
I'm going to keep... Well, it's Monty Python rules. You count 5 as 3.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bonnie, why are you so difficult? Stop this.
It's my first
Stop
time
this immediately.
doing the Boyo.
Why would you say that, Zero?
I'm trying very hard to Boyo.
You don't tell someone's isn't as good, even if it isn't. Rude. And Bonnie voted 3. Don't listen to his 2. He's confused.
3 is the winner.
I mean, I see this too, but 3 wins.
Oh no, it was definitely a typo. It's 3.
Maybe it was 1, Natara, because 1's blue.
It's all good. Okay, I'm leaving again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
So I think we're going with number 3.
Number 3 it is. So, yeah. We're closing this out with Kirby Superstar 100%. I'll go over it a little bit before I start, because within 30 seconds of the start of the run, I immediately have a 4-frame trick that I have to do in order to obtain the jet ability, and I'll explain all that after it happens. But 100%'s requirement is as follows. Beat Spring Breeze, Gourmet Race, Dynablade, Great Cave Offensive, Meta Knight, Milky Way Wishes, and the Arena. There are items that have to be collected in Dynablade, Great Cave Offensive, and Milky Way Wishes. In Dynablade, it's 2 Trial Room ability switches that are hidden in stages 2 and 4. In Great Cave Offensive, it's collecting all 60 treasures, so that's going to be literal donation time. And then Milky Way Wishes is collect all 19 deluxe copy abilities. And this will happen in under an hour and 20 minutes, and you're probably already sitting here wondering, how?
I am super excited to see how, because I actually love this game. So I'm so excited to see it run. So how Sonny, how?
We're going to make an enormous amount of use of the jet ability, and we're going to make an enormous use of plasma, because both of those abilities are extremely overpowered. I will go into more detail about that as the run happens. So, without any further ado, we will start Kirby Superstar 100% in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're going to start off with Dynablade. Dynablade is the first game mode that I will do in 100% due to this mix that is 30 seconds in. Yes, you can unclench now.
I'm still clenched anyways.
Here we go. I'm going to inhale this Parasol Waddle Dee and this Waddle Doo. And we have Jet already, so we're off to a fantastic start.
Woo!
Oh, so that is a mixer. That has a 4-frame window. And it's extremely difficult to do because of how it works. The last 2 frames of the previous ability being on screen will give you the following ability on the mixed wheel. In the case of obtaining Jet, it is wheel. And the first 2 abilities, or first 2 frames of the ability that's on screen, will give you that ability. So we're going to defeat this Chef Kawasaki. And the way we do that is we fully charge Jet, we double jump underneath him, and then use the double charge to skyrocket ourselves up. That deals 200 damage to all mini-bosses. So we're on to stage 2, and this is where the first trial room switch is going to be. But before I go over that, you may notice I am dashing, jumping into the air, and then mashing Y quite a bit. That is to use an ability called Jet Header. So that is what allows us to stay in the air as long as possible and get a bunch of horizontal movement. And now we're in an auto-scroller, so yeah, if there are any donations, go for it.
There aren't, but I just wanted to point out that I always like how in platformer games, once you get the flying ability, it's kind of like completely overpowered and you can just breeze through everything.
Well, the upside on that is there are 2 flying power-ups in this game, and they're both pretty overpowered.
What's your favorite power-up, Sawny?
It has to be Plasma, as it's the one that gives me the most of the workout. Also, I need to remember to mute my phone after this stage.
What about you, chat? What is your favorite Kirby power-up?
Favorite Kirby power? That's a good question.
I do have a second favorite.
Well, what's your second favorite?
That would be the ball ability.
Oh, wait, isn't that just normal?
No.
Okay.
So there's an ability
quiet.
called ball.
I've raised my volumes then. Okay.
So while you guys are figuring out or contemplating what your favorite abilities might be, you may have noticed that something happened. I skipped a mini-boss. And it's not a glitch, it's actually intended. Because the developers forgot to put ceilings on some of these screens. And due to that, we're able to double jump with Jet and carry ourselves across to the end of the stage, basically. I'll do it again here in Cavius. Or not Cavius, in Coca Caverns.
Oh, anyway, my answer is Yo-Yo, by the way.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
You will actually see one use of Yo-Yo in this run.
Yeah!
Yo-Yo's probably my favorite as well.
But like when it comes to like the little helper characters, I love Tak the most. Even though I know Tak is just there to like steal other things, but I just love their design. They're so cute.
So, mini-boss skip. Again here. Done.
Just,
There
like,
was a mini-boss there?
apparently.
We don't need to fight many bosses. It's not important.
What are those? I don't know what this concept of a mini-boss is.
It's like a normal boss, but smaller.
I guess that works. Ow. Burnin' Leo plus...
Also, we do have a question from chat. Why Wii Virtual Console version?
The reason I'm using Wii VC is just because it's easier for me to set up right now. Because I had to run Super Monkey Ball on my Wii. I've been practicing on both Super Famicom and Wii VC, so I can play on either one.
Okay. So there, it was a logistical decision.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes things just a hair easier.
I figured I'd make things easier on you guys so that way we don't have to worry about switching consoles in between runs and stuff like that.
Well, thank you, we appreciate it, but it all worked out.
Indeed.
Oh, that's not recovered yet.
Woo, that was close. I was about to say, no, Tak, no!
But Tak was like, never mind. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So, that set of mini-boss skips is painful because I have to do that all at once, and I have to count out to 13 before I can actually allow myself to drop off of the top of the screen and come back It's basically inbounds. Also, we're on to the final stage. We're about to fight Dynablade.
Can I just say I love Dynablade's design? I love this boss design of so many things.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the answer to that question is because I don't really deal with it.
Kirby
Alright.
sprite designs are just so good.
Yeah, Wii U has the flicker and all that stuff. So, that's it for Dynablade.
Babbies.
We get our babies, we teach them how to fly, and things happen. Oh no! Hang on.
Oh no!
I'm so used to playing this as splitting. That was...
703 looked like.
No, it was 709:53.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just call it 8 minutes.
It's always pretty amazing to see how fast you can go through some of these games.
So, there we go. It's fine. And that's to compensate for the error on closing my splits, but it's fine.
It's fine.
We good, we got this. I mean, my PB is a 1:16:57, so we're fine.
Fine. We've gone over how time is a social construct.
Indeed. Time is pretty much
Time exists.
Yeah.
Also, this is a hard mix. This is actually quite a hard mix because it's a 3-tick. And each tick in and of itself is 4 frames. So because I got that on the second try, I lost about 10 seconds, but it's fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
It's the lobster.
The heavy lobster. And we're gonna jump up into the sky and just slam our face against the wall. Because why not?
That worked! It's fine. The lobster's not there anymore, so clearly you won.
exactly.
In a manner of speaking, I got flung off to the Great Gardens, where this actually gives me a great opportunity to explain something that is very significant in this run, called jet spacing. And what jet spacing is a way for me to determine the space in between each jet header I use, so that way I can hit enemies and defeat them without actually taking damage myself, because losing my power-up in Kirby Superstar is completely RNG based. And I'm going to go out of bounds here in this next room, which is another auto-scroller. So if we have any donations, then yeah, it's another time. And we'll have another auto-scroller later on.
No donations currently. I mean, y'all have been absolutely fantastic. Right now, we're pretty much all squared away. We met every goal. We cleared. Every bid war went way better than expected. Y'all are amazing. And we appreciate every dollar that we raise. And I know that the Spondylitis Association America will appreciate it too. Y'all have just been amazing, so thank you all so much, and I'm glad we get to basically sort of end this little marathon here on such a fun and like nostalgic game. I know for me, this was like a game that I adored playing growing up. Like me and my brother would play this together all the time.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. It's been pretty fantastic, and this is an absolutely amazing game.
Well, we're not into the astonishing part yet. That'll come up once Plasma is obtained. But this is still really good, even with the blunders considered. So yeah, you saw me go out of bounds there, and you're probably like, what? So what happens is if you're above the screen and you go to hover, it pops you back into the screen based upon your X position. It doesn't worry about checking your Y position and what might be in your way. So we're gonna attempt to quick kill a couple of these bonkers, and I missed!
No.
So that's something that can happen. It's no biggie.
Game, how dare you make us actually have to fight something?
I know, right?
I'll have some other stuff I gotta fight. Also, you may notice a familiar friend coming up.
Friend?
No, not the Blade Knights. That's fine. So it's after this cannon.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll say friend. It's a foe turned friend.
For a frenemy?
Exactly.
It's Dynablade! That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dynablade takes us onto the halberd.
Well, she saw that you were nice to her baby, so now she is friend. See? Simple.
Yes.
Now, do you
So-
have to do the games in that order?
No, you can actually start with whatever game you want. This is just the order I do for my marathon safety.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no! I think I have the backup. Hope I have the backup. So you're gonna see me literally mash through this screen. And we're done.
Now, are there any advantages or disadvantages of doing one over the other?
Not having jet means I go slow. Quite literally. So I'm having to do on the fly strats right now. So the next spot I will be able to get jet is much later on. There we go. So this ability wasn't supposed to be used until later on in the run, but due to the circumstances that just happened, you get to see Plasma in action now.
Bonus plasma.
So okay, so the power of Plasma is based upon the number of directional pad inputs I make. I can get jet again right here. I'm gonna waste about 16 seconds doing this.
Plasma friend. Bye, plasma friend.
By Plasma Wisp. Your sacrifice was appreciated.
So I'm assuming that just having the helpers around would just slow you down.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So, jet in any wind section is just so nice to have because you basically get to avoid the wind itself and just be like, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
That's always good.
That's what Kirby does. Kirby does whatever they want.
Exactly.
I mean, they told me I could let me try this again. They told me I could become anything, so I became everything.
Exactly. That's
They
the...
say you are what you eat.
Kirby just takes
God.
that literally.
So, we are in the reactor itself.
Oh no.
Or, yeah, we're in the engine room. And we're about to do some interesting stuff to it. But first, we have another auto-scroller.
Auto-scrollers.
And in this auto-scroller, it's the start of a boss fight. And there might be a 100% tradition to try to break all the blocks. The star blocks, specifically.
Sounds fun. Sounds like fun to me.
Yep, and we're done.
Nice. How did they
And if
get...
I start turning jet while the text boxes are up, it actually lags the game.
Also, how did they make the heavy lobster, like, come back together so fast? Or did they just have an extra heavy lobster? I have questions.
Maybe there's infinite heavy lobsters.
They can't be infinite. There has to be, like, some, you know, upper limit on lobsters.
What? Lobsters? So, that's the first part of... I say first part, but first third of Revenge of Meta Knight. Not third, 2/3 of Revenge of Meta Knight done. We're on to the last third, is what I'm trying to say.
Are you saying that third is the word?
Yes, third is most definitely the word, because words are hard, contrary to popular belief.
I had to do a bunch of tongue twisters earlier, so I can agree that words are very difficult.
Ow! Plasma Wisp, you were my bro. And then you just blew me away.
Friendship ended with Plasma Wisp. Plasma Wisp is now my power.
Plasma Wisp is now my mortal enemy. And as such, I will obtain its power.
I like the hair that Kirby gets with plasma.
It's very
It's pretty
cute.
sweet.
I may or may not have a Plasma Kirby Hurler.
Oh.
I mean, I have done.
Limit break.
I've done a cross stitch of this game. I did a oven mitt with Chef Kirby on it.
You did the drawing for me
Yes.
at RPG Limit Break.
Yes. Well, that's different than a perler.
And I've got a Hurler from
Aw.
a friend in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community.
Aww. But yeah, I have a little bit of knowledge of like the sprites and everything. I'm just so blown away by how nice they are.
Okay. So, objective with Halberd's reactor was getting the lasers to hit the reactor to blow the reactor up, and we were successful with that.
Yeah.
Plasma Kirby is just a saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're not wrong.
There we go. Okay, now that I'm warmed up, literally.
Oh my.
Auto-scrollers are fun with Plasma because you literally get to just charge it as much as you want without having any repercussions you face. Because if an enemy runs into you, they're getting hurt. If you run into an enemy, the enemy's getting hurt.
It's a
When you're
win-win.
fully charged, you have that plasma shield around you, so nothing can really touch you. So, we're gonna run into a mini-boss gauntlet called the Meta Knights. Because Meta Knight's crew is comprised of Meta Knights. And I got the kill perfectly.
Maybe, Dave.
And Yoshi's voice. Alright, so Meta Knight. We are going to use Plasma instead of Sword, because Plasma is more powerful.
I mean, that checks out. Plasma, I think, beats Sword.
Especially after doing that fast. So yeah, I don't get one round Meta Knights very often like that.
That was beautiful.
Howdy, Currant.
Spicy.
Welcome to the run that has gone slightly sideways, but is okay.
It's fine. It's all fine.
Indeed.
We good.
I remember this stage like freaking me out as a kid.
Yeah, and it's actually quite easy.
Oh, I know it's actually quite easy, but when you're like, I don't know, how old was I when this game came out? I had to be like 9 or 10. When you're like 9, you're like, oh my god! What is happening?
Exactly.
Turn off hotkeys before I actually try to split. So we're going to go into Spring Breeze next after riding off into the sunset. And Spring Breeze is going to go relatively quickly. This should take 4 minutes tops. And you're going to see Beam and then Stone used in it, as well as a little bit of Crash in there.
Nice.
And Beam here at the start of this is a little overpowered. I could switch into Jet if I wanted by doing a mix here, but no. Also, if you play Kirby's Dream Land, you'll recognize all the stages.
Yeah, this is probably my my favorite section of the game.
And just like that, after 5 fully charged beam attacks, Wispywood goes down, we get our first star.
Favorite section of the game for me is probably a Great Cave Offensive. I like that it encouraged like so much exploration.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, we got perfect RNG with losing my ability. So I don't have to worry about doing a partner despawn at the end of the stage that would take me about 6 extra seconds to do.
Nice.
So that's a plus. I can just grab the Crash ability and wait for Lolo and Lala to spawn and instantly win. Because Crash covers the entire screen, Lolo and Lala go down just like that. We're done. I'm just gonna mash B.
I like how Kirby
Oh,
just
that's
like
cool.
casts Ultima basically.
Kirby, that's meltdown. Let's be real. That's meltdown.
Okay, fair.
So Bubbly Clouds, another fun stage. I'll say fun a little questionably because this stage has ended a couple runs of mine.
Fun.
Because Krakow would be fun.
Also, shouts to the cute little Kirby chickens. I love them.
They are amazing. So, something you may have just seen happen there. I dropped Krakow Jr. down to 1 HP and then used a shield to kill him. And Krakow Jr. actually is gone. He won't be back again. So the dash spit that I did allowed 99 damage to be dealt to Krakow Jr., and then the shield kill is just 1 extra damage. Perfect Krakow fight with both of my stone hits. Stone deals half of Krakow's health and damage.
It's a lot of damage.
I so want to yell it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that's the console capture itself. And with 3 stone hits later, King DDD is dead. Now we have 1 more game mode before we get to the big old treasure hunt of the game, known as Great Cave Offensive. And the one remaining game mode before that is Gourmet Race.
Yeah.
Oh,
Enjoy the
baby.
music.
All the music.
I love this music so much.
It's so catchy.
Okay, since we're on stage 2, I'm actually going to take a quick moment to explain one of the pieces of tech I'm doing.
Sure.
And that's retaining my dash speed in midair, because what you may have just seen is I lost my dash speed as I was trying to keep it after I jumped. If I release the D-pad and then jump literally 1 frame later, I retain my dash speed and keep it in the air. 3462, that's okay. So, I'm actually going to have to talk in this stage because there's a lot of tech that's about to go down.
All
We're
right.
going to grab the most overpowered vertical movement ability in the game. It is Wing.
Yeah.
This ability has dive bomb cancels that you will see me make very heavy use of. And these dive bomb cancels can be done in midair to allow me to ascend very rapidly through vertical sections, as well as descend very rapidly through vertical sections. And this is done by hitting down and Y, and then just tapping B directly after down Y. So I'll do it a lot here.
It's pretty quick.
Just like that, Gourmet Race is done.
Nice.
So we are on to the big old treasure hunt. The one, the only, the Great Cave Offensive. 60 treasures, 23-ish minutes, 4 different areas. We have lots of time for donations.
We don't have any donations currently, but I'll just echo kind of what we've been saying this whole time, which is just thank you all so much for being absolutely amazing and generous and completely blowing our expectations out of the water. I did go back and look. Last year, so I'll tell the story real quick. So last year, we lost a wonderful member of the RPG and retro gaming community, Dr. Degenerator, to complications with spondylitis. We put on this marathon last year to help his family cover the unexpected funeral costs. And that year we raised around $1,000 altogether. And we then afterwards were sort of talking, and we were like, you know what? It would be really nice to carry Dr. D's memory forward, to do something, you know, positive in his honor. And that's why we brought the marathon back again this year. And y'all have just been so wonderfully just kind and generous. And thank you all so much for letting us honor a friend in a really wonderful way. So thank you all.
Yeah, I can't agree enough. It's just been so like amazing, the support from y'all. It's just been, I don't know. I can't put words to it. It's been fantastic. That just thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So it's basically what we can say. So, Mrs. Dr. D donated earlier, and she said that he would be proud of all the good work we've done. So, that you know that's what makes it all worth it. Just that.
Agreed.
Oh, we back? We back? We finally got there?
Seems so.
Oh, okay. Whew. That was a whole bunch of work, y'all. We got sound. We good? We good? We look back? Okay, cool. Hi. OBS crashed, and then there were a bunch of issues with the RTMP, but we back! That's all that actually matters.
Hooray!
Alright. Sawney, please feel free to continue the Great Cave Offensive. Thank you all so much for being super duper patient. Thank you as well, Sawney, for being patient while I got that all fixed.
Yep. Shout outs to technical difficulties. It might help if my Wiimote didn't go to sleep during this.
Wiimote,
Okay,
no!
let's try this again.
It needed a break.
I don't even remember what the treasure I just got was. All I know is I'm just somewhere here in the old tree section of Great Cave.
It was shiny. That's all I know.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was.
Oh, hey.
Was it the mask? No, I know you got the mask recently.
Yeah, the mask was well, technically 3 treasures to go now. I can't take another hit. I can take another hit now. 3, 4, 5. So, wing is ridiculously good for vertical movement, and it's pretty good for horizontal movement as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that you seem to be zooming pretty quick side to side.
Yes. And now we're going to switch back into Jet for our first boss fight in Great Cave Offensive, which is Fatty Whale. And we will see Fatty Whale a few times.
That whale spread, though, is so good.
So there's Fatty Whale done
Bye.
relatively quickly. And now we're going to go on to the minecart area where you're going to notice I just skipped the minecart. And you might be going, that doesn't seem wise. Well, just watch.
Who needs minecarts when you're a jet?
Indeed. Who needs a minecart when you have a jet attached to your head?
So there we go. That is known as cart skip. And there will be another one. So we are now into the Crystal Garden area, as I like to call this, or the Crystal Cave. And this area has a little more tech used in it. I'm actually going to go for, well, I was going to go for a attached trap, and I screwed it up. To answer that question, Kirby, by far.
Always Kirby.
Always Kirby.
So we get a saucepan out of a chest that's falling into an abyss. And
Make sure you
then
get...
the next chest, we get brass knuckles?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
That's my answer. It's like, is something weird in a video game? Don't worry. Just go with it. It's fine.
Everything's okay. Good.
Just suspend your disbelief a little bit more.
Yeah.
Are you
Oh, by the way, if you didn't think there were fossils, well, there's a fish fossil and a beast fossil.
Nice! Can we put them in my Animal Crossing museum?
Only if I get them first.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, I missed Poppy by just a little bit. But that's okay. And then we get nunchucks, because I think that was actually a reference to Final Fantasy. And one battle gap's really hard.
I'd have to actually like sit and read that to know if it was.
No, like, I'm saying the actual nunchucks being in the game is the callback to Fantasy. Because Sakurai put a lot of game references in here.
That does not surprise me in the least.
I mean, you might recognize this one.
Oh. Is that a cup noodle?
Nope. That is the bucket from Mario and Wario.
Oh wow, okay, that's a deep cut for me. But also, I would not have been surprised if it had been a cup noodle.
I know, it would have been better if it were cup noodles. So, we just got one of the elemental heart, or one of the, not elemental, seasonal hearts. There we go. There are 4: autumn time, winter time, summertime, springtime.
Is green
And
summer?
Spring, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because yellow is summer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, we just got Captain Falcon's helmet.
That one I recognized. But why are there so many Macro Thomas? I mean, why not, I suppose?
And now we're gonna get this thing. It's only worth 30 gold.
Is that a bomb?
So there really isn't much for me to talk about in Great Cave Offensive, because this really is just the part of the run that's unwind, collect treasures, and get yourself ready for the last, like, 30-ish minutes.
What's your favorite treasure?
It's the last treasure. I can't spoil what it is.
All right.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough.
But I think you have to weigh in. Oh wait, no, this is my favorite boss. It's the best boss in this whole game. I love this boss so much.
And you're gonna watch it get defeated quickly.
Bye, slime.
Oh, just got the attack. All right. Perfect boss fight. I'm trying to practice movement.
Oh, that's fine.
So, yeah, dive bombing into the ground and having the orbs that shoot out hit the computer virus enemies is the fastest way to get through the fight. Quite literally. So, we're on to... we're on to where I'm going to be like, oh gosh. And it's because of this very first treasure that I have to get. So here we go.
Absolutely, Margie. It's a great treasure.
Alright, we're through. Oh, sleep room is the worst room in the game.
You went through that pretty good.
After losing hundreds of runs to that room, yeah. I have a lot of disdain for it now.
That's fair.
Yeah, actually, that's the word that describes it accurately, is disdain. Hello? Thank you. And then we will actually pick up stone, because we're going to be using stone very shortly. And you all will also get to laugh at me.
No way.
You might be wondering why. We'll find out. So, we're gonna climb up here, and we're gonna enter this area. And don't mind me leaving it. I swear, there's no reason why I'm leaving it. So we're gonna take out one of the Scarfies. Birdon's gonna hit the other one and make it mad, and then try to jump into that Scarfie after making it mad, because that's what Birdon does. Because the AIs in this game are good. And we're gonna then come into this little hidden area, because we got a couple treasures here.
Treasures.
We saw the King's Crown, or the Royal Crown, I think it's called. But there's another treasure right in here. We're gonna grab it pretty quick. And there are all these Gordos. This is the King's Cave. There are all these Gordos here, and they deal anywhere from 30 to 50 damage. Oh no, I'm dead.
Oh no! I'm assuming that's a death warp.
Spike came out of nowhere.
Chameleon boss.
Oh crap, I forgot about the Chameleon guessing game. So there's actually a guessing game with Chameleon, and you pick what color you think it's going to show up as. If you win, I don't know what you get. Sorry.
Guess
Yellow.
surprise. You win the concept of yellow.
In the concept of the color that it appears as.
Congratulations, you now have the trademark on yellow. I mean, I
Yes.
guess I know you can like trademark specific Pantone colors. That's why like Tiffany, for example, has Tiffany blue, and like other companies cannot use that exact shade of blue.
Huh. Interesting.
Alright, so we're going to make a Birdon and get rid of the Birdon, because in this room you may notice that there are Capsule J's around. And Capsule J gives a jet ability, and we like jet, we like going fast. So we're going to continue going fast, so that way we can just continue to go fast. But there may or may not be another Death Warp coming. So this cave is routed to where you actually use all 3 of your lives in this one section. And double jump to hit the block that was underneath Kirby, because the thrusters actually do go out far enough to hit up to 2 blocks underneath Kirby, potentially 3, depending upon how close to the ground you are. We're going to skip some Meta Knights, and then we actually have to start the encounter with this Bonkers. But I promise you he's not going to be around for much longer. So we're going to take a couple damage boosts, question mark. And yeah, I just died again. I know, I'm bad. But wait, there's more. So I'm going to inhale the 2 enemies that I would use to mix into Jet, but instead of going for Jet, I'm just going to let the mix run out. And when I let it run out, it turns into Mirror.
Interesting.
And this is going to be used for the remainder of this section of the cave, the old tower section. And it actually has some massive importance coming up. So there is a skip that I have that is pixel perfect, frame perfect. This is known as pooled skip. This is one of, if not the hardest tricks to do in this game, due to it being both frame perfect and pixel perfect. It does have a setup, but it is still very difficult to nail due to it being frame perfect. Oh, and it's movement perfect on top of all of that.
And how much time does that save?
If I do it properly, it saves about 30 seconds.
Not too bad.
It's coming up in the next room. We're going to see what happens. Really got it. 6th try. So this should save about 10 seconds.
Still pretty good.
Indeed. And then I lose about 2 because I jumped instead of slid. Okay, whew. So we'll grab the Warrior Shield, and that's it for this section of Great Cave Offensive. We're going to Death Warp, we're going to be outside, and we're on to the final section. Now, I know I'm sitting at 0 lives. Don't be alarmed. I'm not going to die.
Oh, it's this music. And it's actual minecart time. What?
Oh.
Yes, because I have no ability right now.
Is this a good time for a donation? I'm assuming so.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, this donation is currently caught in the system. Sometimes that can happen where PayPal and SRC, they're just not talking properly right now, and it's sad. And, but we did get $5 from Desperat, so thank you, Des, for the $5. Hopefully that will get all processed.
Yes, thank you, Des.
Yeah, thank you very much, Des. So we're back into the Jet ability, and I mean, we all know Jet's meant to go fast, so we're going to do exactly that. But first, we're going to come into this room and play some Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah!
And get a feather for playing Donkey Kong Country. But even more importantly, we're going to get access to the basement area up here. And this is important because we have a mini-boss that I'm about to just obliterate. Like that. And watch the raccoon doll. It shifted. So normally the treasures are supposed to end up being centered on the screen, or on the box vertically that they appear in. But if you do that whenever you defeat a mini-boss and they hit the ground, what it does instead is it shifts where that item is.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a neat little, like, I guess it's a glitch, Yeah, it's a neat little glitch.
Yeah, it is a glitch. So I grabbed Crash again for one reason. This switch down in the bottom left corner. Because that's the only way I have to hit the switch. We've got Capsule J as a partner. He's just gonna jump to the Warp Star, and then unfortunately, that's the end of his time being a partner. I'm going to create one more partner in this section of the run, and then that's it. We're done with partners.
Bye. Bye, helpers. I miss y'all.
Yeah, I always liked having a helper in this.
Well, that was the thing. I was always the helper. Because I was a nice big sister, and I let my little brother play as Kirby.
That's fair.
But that it means because I liked being all the little cute helpers, because they're all like so cool and varied.
Oh, agreed.
So I just wanted to let y'all know it's Christmas in May. And we're off to the second to last section of this cave. We're in the clouds. Now, in the US version, this is the Kong's barrel. But in the Japanese version, for some reason, it's just a barrel.
It's still called Kong's.
Just a barrel.
It does say Kong barrel though on it, to be fair. But yes, it needed a little cute little like DK on it. Does it have the cute little DK in the US version?
It does.
Okay, see, so they probably went back and they realized that it wasn't as apparent. Because it definitely, like, reads Kong barrel.
Yes. So, I have 2 more treasures to obtain in this section. And I'm actually going to leave Capsule J out as a partner.
Yay! See, we do have a partner, yay!
Another friendo.
Friendos!
But Capsule J is going to turn into Wheelie. And Wheelie is the last partner I will have for this section of the run.
Is he Wheelie the last one?
Wheelie is the last one.
I'll be really sad when he's gone.
So, Wheelie actually has the same horizontal movement speed as Jet when you're Wheelie Rider. So, this ability is just as fast. The upside with Wheelie versus just being Kirby is that whenever you're revving up to move, you deal damage per frame.
Oh, wow.
So it becomes a lot of damage dealt in very little time. And you're about to see that in action.
Pretty excited.
Yee!
Sounds like a lot of damage.
It will be a lot of damage. But first, I think I'm missing a treasure.
Are you?
I am.
Oh no.
Oh, I know which treasure I'm missing.
Oof, okay.
I mean, it seems like a lot. It's, I don't think I could ever remember all these.
So we'll go back in a moment to grab that treasure. It's going to be after we finish the game mode. But this technically would be the last treasure. If I actually remember how movement works. There we go. So this is my favorite treasure in the game. We have found the Triforce.
Da 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 da!
Oh,
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna need to concentrate.
Yep.
This is a tough strat to land. I messed up heavily. I really messed up. Okay, we're going into the second cycle. That's not good. That's really not good. There we go. Backups.
Backup strats.
This boss seems pretty rough.
So yeah, if you miss the first attack, the boss becomes extremely difficult from there.
You recovered nicely though.
Yeah.
So technically we'd be done with GCO, but because I missed one of the treasures, we're going to come back in. And then I'm actually going to save and exit out. I have to remember which option is which.
Yeah, no worries.
And that's sometimes fun to do. So, treasure I missed. Yeah, I know exactly which one I missed. I need So I get to run through the start of this basically in 80% style. Except I would be able to skip the bosses, but I don't have to worry about the bosses. So this is actually going to be a thing. So by a minute, actually it's probably more like 2 minutes, but still. So we probably will be going slightly overestimated.
Oh, that's
Ah.
totally fine.
Definitely not super worried about it.
Pretty sure that it was this one. No,
It'll be satisfying to see all those nines.
it's this one. Because I've been playing a bunch of 20% lately. And there you go, 9,999,990 gold.
Yeah.
All of the gold.
So I actually have got to save with this,
Mhm.
otherwise it will not stay counting for 100%. So, slight blunder, but you know what? We're having fun. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And hello to Dark Slash and friends. Thank you all for stopping by.
Yes, thank you for the raid, Dark Slash.
We're in the middle of some
Welcome,
Kirby.
everybody.
We're going to go ahead and hit them both, and then we're going to LR start select as the soft reset in the game. 72 is right where I need to be. We're going to double check. We're good. So now we are officially on to Milky Way Wishes.
Woo!
And basically the story is the sun and the moon are battling. We have to collect the star pieces in order to get a wish granted from the star rod itself. But there's a little bit of a subplot in here from, we'll say he's a boss leader. Oh, come on. Thank you. But you have to collect all 19 deluxe copper abilities in here, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah. I'm glad they gave you Jet so early.
So Sky High has the 3 movement abilities in the run. We start off with Jet, now we're into Wheel, and then we will get Wing momentarily. So this maze is actually quite easy because you go right, center, left, and then once you go in center again, you will obtain Wing. And then in order to get to the boss from here, it is right, center. And our boss is Krako.
Just want to point out how good the music is here.
It's like pointing out the whole game, Couch.
Exactly. Kirby music is definitely some of my favorite.
Is the Star Fountain?
So our next planet is going to be none other than the lava planet Hotbeat itself. I mean, you look at that thing on the map and it's a sun. You know things are going to get hot in here.
What's the difference between, like, a lava planet and a sun? I mean... No, wait. Yeah, the temperature. That's fair.
And to be completely honest, that's the only smart remark I've got on that one. I mean, I could have gone with one's a burning ball of gas and the other is molten.
Yeah, it's
gas.
molten. I figured it out like a second later. We've all listened to Dave Might Be Giants. We all know that the sun is a mass of incandescent gas, a gigantic nuclear furnace, where hydrogen is built into helium at a temperature of millions of degrees.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Shout
All I know
out
is that-
to whoever got that joke in chat. What do you know, Sawney?
All I know is that Bugsy's gone, because double jumps are powerful. So, surprise! The boss of this area is Chameleon. Get a color guess out. Pink is mine.
Blue. Couch, what's your color?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. Couch is correct!
Oh, baby.
Couch, you have indeed won the concept of yellow.
Yes.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And yes, Prof. Ness, I do know about the retcon song, about how a sun is a miasma, incandescent plasma.
So we're about to get a lot more use of Jet here in Mechai, because we start off the stage by jumping off screen and then just mashing. And this stage actually can be a bit of a pain. I might get a half block teleport here, which I did. That's RNG based. And now we're gonna get an elevator skip. And we're falling.
Free falling?
Exactly. So we're gonna pick up Yo-Yo, we're gonna switch back into Jet. Remember that I said Yo-Yo will be used later on in the run, and it has exactly one use.
Yeah, yo-yo.
Yo-Yo-Yo. There we go. Thank you. I am having dropped inputs, so I'm probably going to switch controllers during a 3-minute break that'll happen after this game.
Yay, break!
Breaks are always good.
So everyone will have a little bit of time to stretch, get comfy again, maybe grab a glass of water, a few other things, and be ready to go for 6 minutes of D-pad mashing.
Yeah!
Oh, baby.
You can do it.
By the way, bye, Howdy Lobster.
It's another lobster! Yay! Bye!
So, the way that works is by stopping against a wall after holding B and then releasing it, Kirby stays in a revving state. And as I mentioned before with Wheelie, the partner, whenever you're in a revving state, you deal damage per frame. I just got suplexed by a ninja.
I hate it when that happens.
So you deal damage per frame, and this can be used against a wall to stop Kirby, so that way the same effect happens. That actually worked out. Alright, one more quick kill. Goodbye, Bonkers. And we have 2 of the 3 abilities for this area. And the enemies just have not been liking me. I swear.
Well, if they liked you, they wouldn't be enemies.
They'd be friends.
True. We're gonna hit that switch, and you will see what that switch did here in a second. So this gate that's open was opened because of that switch. That's necessary for us to come in here and get the stone ability. And we're gonna pick up Super Candy on Wheelie again, which is gonna allow us to move incredibly fast, almost uncontrollably so. Oh, great. I messed it up. That's bad. This is still bad. This isn't good. On. So that was actually really bad, because I want to keep a Wheelie Rider partner going into the next stage. And I want to keep Stone as well, because this will allow me to hop on Wheelie Rider very quickly, or hop on a Wheelie, become Wheelie Rider very quickly, and allow me to get through this next planet that we don't know the name of, quite literally. It'll allow me to get through this very quickly, because the name of this planet is literally just a question mark.
But it's full of tax. It's the planet of the tax. So therefore
It's
it is...
the attack.
Yes, therefore it is the best planet. Because it's full of cats.
Oh, and by the way, that planet's done now. So we're going to go into what I always did as the first planet in my casual playing, which is Floria. Do not forget ice, because I have done that before. So, we now have ice, because we have to make it winter at the start of the stage in order to do that. This planet's gimmick is controlling the seasons. And now, Scala,
Yes.
I hope you're ready.
Yes. What do I get to do? This is yo-yo time. Yeah, it's yo-yo time.
And that was the only use of yo-yo in the run.
That's okay. It still made me happy.
Agreed.
Alright, so we're going to grab the last ability here in Floria, which is the Cutter ability. And then we're going to head to the boss. And you might recognize this boss from a game mode earlier. I don't know which one it's from. So here we go. Okay, there's one side of it. Done.
Poor Wispy was. You're so sad. They're like, why are you bully?
Because hitboxes. So now we're going to be on to the planet Aquilus, and as every good game has one, this is the obligatory water level. But the cool thing about this water level is that there's some extra tech that's within it. So the strategy that you just saw me do is a very old one that was created by a runner named Io. And that actually has been the most consistent and fastest way to get through that part of the area since 2014.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's the strat that stood the test of time.
That's super cool though when strats just like, that's it, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And they become tradition.
Absolutely. Now what you just saw me do there is a momentum carry. By turning myself into a wheel and then throwing myself into water like that, I'm able to carry my momentum throughout the water. And make it through completely safely. So I'm going to go for a slightly difficult strat here. I'm going to use stone to defeat the upcoming mini-boss called a Judo Kid, or Ju Kid for short. And that went perfectly. Okay. 3 slams with stone, and he's gone. And then the only death warp in Milky Way wishes, just to bring me back to here.
Nice and easy.
Indeed. So we've got one more ability here, and that ability is the beam ability. One ability that does not see any use here in Milky Way Wishes, unfortunately. And there are a couple of them. Ice doesn't get to see any use in this game mode. Parasol doesn't get to see any use in the game mode. There are a lot of them you just see, but you do not use. So I'm going to switch into Wheel. And I'm just going to kill Fatty Whale in the lazy way. And I got the best pattern to do this. So we're just going to sit at the edge of the screen, minding our business. Fatty Whale's going to run into us. And boom.
I like how you defeat the boss by just vibing.
I just beat the boss by sitting there. I'm just like, it's fine. Alright, time for the hardest planet. Half Moon. There are a couple of things that I have to count out on this planet. So I will go over stuff after I do it. So, that strategy, I fly up to the very top of the screen, and then I mash Y until I count out 13 short bursts from Jet. After I count out those 13 short bursts, I know I am good to allow myself to fall and continue on with the stage. So we're going to switch to Stone to hit that peg, and then jump into this minecart to hit the rest of the pegs. This will allow me to finish out the rest of this part of the stage. One more hit. We're going to switch into Plasma for the upcoming mini-bosses.
More Super Saiyan time.
A lot more Super Saiyan time. We're not done with
Heck
Super Saiyan
yes.
time.
Maximum power.
We're going to switch back into Jet after doing Super Saiyan time. And this screen is technically a vertical auto-scroller because of the wind. So I think it was really interesting how they designed this as a vertical auto-scroller. We're going to grab the last power-up in Milky Way Wishes, which is Ninja. And we're going to fly up to the boss. Now, Scala, you said Computer Virus was your favorite boss, right?
I love Computer Virus. It's just such a cool concept. Yeah.
I fired the wrong way on the first shot. Okay. What am I doing? I'm using the wrong ability. I'm trying to do this as a doing.
You know, I wonder what the Maximum tomatoes taste like.
They probably taste like those.
Maximum is tomatoes.
Yeah, those like really good like heirloom tomatoes.
Ooh,
Oh.
sounds good.
When are we doing heirloom tomatoes? By the way, it's a dragon.
I love
Hello, dragon.
I love the dragon.
It was an evil dragon.
Aww, bye
It flapped
dragon.
its wings at me and sent I don't know what. Wind slashes at me? Sure, we'll go with that. So we're gonna switch back into Plasma for the last little bit of Milky Way. And this is I guess the tribute to Gradius. Yes, the tribute to Gradius here. We are on the starship, and we are playing Gradius now.
I love this whole part. I thought
Oh,
this
yeah.
was so cool. I was just like, oh my god. I mean, this super cool star chariot.
Heck yeah.
My favorite part of the run, to be completely honest. This is the part that I just have to worry about getting hit, really. But outside of that, I don't have much other worries. And keeping myself from getting hit is rather easy to do.
Where can I get one of these chariots? I must find one.
Want to buy Star Chariot. Post with offer.
I mean, we had a
Okay.
whole conversation earlier about trying to buy a bulldozer, so...
I mean, I'm game.
Heck yeah.
Part of Nova, we have a bunch of nodes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes. I never remember how many nodes there is. And I did damage boost off of a few of them. I'm in critical health, which is fine. Because chances are that I'm not going to get hit by marks. Yes, that is a fun fact.
Nova! I love Nova.
KSSU updates battle windows to look like Mac OS 10. We're on
Oh.
the marks. I'm going to go for one cycle here. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. That's a one cycle marks.
And
Very nice.
it's fantastic to watch Marks just getting wrecked like that.
I know, right?
So we are on to 3 minutes of credits right now.
Oh boy, it's stretch time, everybody!
It is stretch time, everybody. Grab yourself some water. Get yourself comfy again.
Credits
After
hype.
these 3 minutes of rest time are up, it's 6 minutes of directional pad mashing. I'm gonna
Oh,
go grab
baby.
water myself.
I love the blue credits.
The credits are the best part of this game.
They're so cute.
Yeah, credits are definitely. I don't know. I like the credits in a lot of games. Just seeing all the extra stuff that kind of tags along with the whole story.
So, I mentioned earlier about Plasma's DPS capabilities. What I didn't mention in that DPS capability is it wears on not only your hands but even your arms very quickly because of how hard you have to mash the directional pad in order to get maximum power as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it seems pretty rough.
Look at that T by Kirby.
He's doing a good job. You go, Kirby. All these Kirbys are good and valid.
Oh, these are the best Kirbys. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get the arena done in like 4 minutes.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
In-game time might actually
We're
be
good.
4 minutes. There's more tea for Kirby. Yes.
All of the tea.
Kirby deserves the tea.
Graphing Kirby with a headband. I don't know what to call this one. And then, out of nowhere, it's me, Mario.
Why not the Mario?
Or is it just Mario Kirby?
I mean, if I did get the Mario statue, that is a 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 8,192 chance.
Oh wow. Sounds like some good chances right there.
In a manner of speaking, yes? Question mark. All right. So, even with all of the things that have happened, I'm still quite happy with this run. But we are not done yet. Welcome to the final section of the game, the arena.
Oh, baby.
I hope you're ready to see a bunch of bosses you've already seen. Here we go.
Extra bosses are always good. Alright, Super Saiyan time again.
Alright. Good warm-up, good warm-up. Double shot practice. Nice. Cannon didn't even sit back into place.
It's just amazing how fast you're just blowing through these.
Don't worry, I'm gonna slow down for one moment. Hal really does like their boss rush modes. So Wispy, there's something I didn't mention about Wispy earlier. And that's Wispy has a lot of invincibility frames. So it gets to take a little while to hit Wispy again and again and again. And to be able to hit him without actually having your shots pass through due to iframes. Nice. I can take a hit against Meta Knight and be just fine. If I take 2 hits, I'm dead.
I like how Wispy Woods is basically just a Deku tree.
Basically. Also, I mentioned Meta Knight. The game hears and the game gives. Ho ho ho.
And real quick, Sonny, is the order random?
The order is completely random.
Okay, okay. I figured I pretty much remembered that it was.
So here's something I really didn't touch on earlier. The back sparks that fire out whenever I use the fully charged plasma attack. It has 2 sparks that fire out the back. Those deal the same amount of damage as the ball spark itself. And the ball spark itself does 40 damage.
Oh wow. That's a lot.
The helix and then the triple spark, those both deal 32 damage. And you'll actually see those damage values come up as I face battle windows again. Also, last time we'll see Kracko.
Bye, Kracko.
Bye, Kracko. So let's see if I get... Perfect. I got the correct pattern for Fatty Whale to have all 3 of my Fatty Whale fights be the optimal fights.
Fantastic.
It's amazing.
So DDD, another boss with a bunch of invincibility frames, but very easy. The answer to that, Margie, is yes.
They're basically one and the same.
We have another mini boss gauntlet here, and this one actually has Bonkers in it. And Bonkers is one of the few enemies to take 5 hits from Plasma to be able to defeat. Now Dynablade, the other trial of my double shots. There we go. Pardon my water for being picked up. I have to drink during this, otherwise I dehydrate hard.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Stay
Yeah,
hydrated.
you're definitely fine.
So that's a 1.5 cycle, which is not the easiest to do. And now, It's the last time we're going to be able to say hello to Heavy Lobster.
Heavy Lobster.
Alright. Battle Windows, Part 3.
Yeah.
This time, it's plasma only.
Bye, Heavy Lobster.
Okay, it's one quad. Just get good RNG from the dragon. Oh no, I fired too early. And I get good RNG. Okay.
Yeah.
So optimally, I would be able to hit the dragon 4 times, twice, and not have to sit through 2 attacks. But unfortunately, I had to sit through 2 attacks.
It's okay.
We got Lola and La, who are one-cyclable.
But are they recyclable?
Kind of. They're like Palm and Porum.
Yeah, in a manner of speaking. We can go with that.
Ooh, blue. Ah, pink chameleon.
I didn't guess because I was leaving that one quiet. But we are at mark for the last time. Let's finish this off with another one cycle.
Get it.
You got it.
Oh, no, I don't. He spawned just a slight bit too high.
Marks, please.
It's okay. Hand 409, I'll take it. That's time.
Time, GG.
I'm going to drink my water real quick.
Good
All right.
idea.
Great job, Sawney.
Considering everything that went wrong in this run, it was really good.
No, you did fantastic.
I was gonna say, it looked like you played pretty well to me.
So, sleep glitch was met, correct?
That is correct. So
Indeed.
so
Oh
please
joy.
show us a fun glitch, Bonnie, to send us off. Sorry, Sonny.
So-
Sonny, bleh. I'm very tired. Did you know that?
I mean, our names are close. Samurai and Megaton are not required for the 100% category. So, I'm going to send off this run with a fun glitch that you all donated for. You all are going to get to see it. This is known as the sleep glitch. So I'm going to inhale a nightmare, eat it to gain the sleep ability. And I can carry this ability out of state. One place that the game does not want you to carry this ability into is Nova.
Oh no.
This is what happens, photosensitivity warning.
Okay.
Never mind. It literally black screened immediately.
Oh.
The game is dead.
Oh my.
I can't even LR start select.
That's fantastic.
It's just the game's just like nah, fam. We're not doing this today.
And there we go. That's what happens whenever you do the sleep glitch.
It's pretty awesome.
Can we
My
see that
file's
100?
blank.
Oh well. We will trust you that was 100%.
It was.
It was, of course, it was. Yes. Everyone now is going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap. That's for sure.
The game has died.
Yes.
That is the end of it.
Well, thank you, Sonny, so much for closing us out. And
Yes, thank you.
here, let us go over to the
Yeah,
little.
thank you all for having me.
Of course. But I just want to say, truly, just thank you everyone for all of your generosity, your kindness, your support over the course of this little weekend. We absolutely did not expect to make anywhere near what we did, and that's because of y'all. Yeah, the marathon is over. It was just a little short one, but that's okay. It was more than enough, more than we ever expected it to be. And I can't thank y'all enough. And Couch, I see I got Vonnie in here now.
I do, yeah. Hello.
Hello. So, do
Yeah,
either
this
of
is,
you have some parting words for all of our dear friends who have come together over this weekend?
Yeah, I just want
And
to say,
Nataria, too.
I'm
just wanted to
filled
say
with
thank you to
parting
everyone. It's been more than I ever thought it would be. Thank you, runners, people help set it up, viewers, donators, everybody. It's been just amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, we couldn't do this without each and every one of you, and it has been absolutely amazing. And thank you, Mrs. Dr. D, for coming out as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
big thank you.
And for letting us carry his memory forward in a really good and really positive way.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's no question. I mean, it was funny, yeah, with the initial goal being $500, and we thought that'd be a nice little gesture, if you will, and that got blown up in the first like 60 minutes, and then it just kept going, and people just loving all the donation incentives, and like you could just tell there was just a great energy about this whole weekend, you know, not only with the participants but the people watching in chat as well, with the donation comments and chat and everything. Like it was just it just felt good to put on. Obviously this was a smaller and shorter marathon, but the spirit of it was so strong, despite, you know, its smaller scope based on the number of runs or the time of runs that we had. And to me, that's the most significant part, is that even with that smaller scope, just the super strong and enthusiastic support was overwhelming, and especially to come together for a member of our, like I said, you know, at the end of my runs today, for a member of our community that is more than just a screen name. He was a person that we all cared about, and we miss him dearly. And to be able to carry on his honor and to do this as a tribute to him, and to help a lot of other people who hopefully can be more fortunate than he was with dealing with spondylitis and the effects that causes, then it's just wonderful. I mean, we can't thank all of you enough for all the support in making this weekend as fantastic as it was.
Yeah, you all are amazing, and thank you all just so much.
Yeah, seriously, the fact we blew away the first total we had during, like, it was even like the first hour of my first run yesterday. I was just in awe while I was running. So thank you so much. Like, even those who were just watching and lurking and sharing information on this, that alone helped. And just coming together and celebrating and raising awareness alone is just so helpful. So thank you to everybody, whether you could donate or not.
Yeah. And I learned a valuable lesson here over the course of this weekend, and it's that if you really want to motivate people to donate to a great cause and to something that can really help people, all you need to do is threaten Val Kilmer, and
Listen, Val Kilmer is a treasure.
Absolutely.
yeah, and you know, and chat proved that beyond the shadow of a doubt, and they put several hundreds of dollars behind it to prove that is indeed the case.
I went and counted. It was around $600.
Oh my god! And that was
amazing.
That was in like 15 minutes.
Yes.
It's absolutely sensational.
So shout outs to Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Thank you for being such an important part of our marathon. We'll invite you next year.
Yes. Also threaten people of having to sing. Yep, that's another like.
Yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah, that was
Oh, and the big brownie debate.
Yes.
Edges are
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Just fight me.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay.
I'll agree with you on that one.
But
Yeah, this whole event's just been absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much.
yes, it was a wonderful weekend with friends and doing good for a very good cause, and I can't think of a better way to spend my time.
Yeah, and and I don't know this is something that I mentioned before, but there were a couple people that made comments either in chat or through donations and whatnot that they could just really feel the sense of camaraderie and community and whatnot. And I mean, and really, that's what makes us want to do events like this, is because we have such a strong and such an important community that, yeah, when we lose one of our own, it sends shockwaves throughout the whole thing. And having this community stay strong, especially even a year after we lose somebody that we cared about, like Dr. D, is just having this community is so important on so many levels. And one of them here being the generosity of those that want to help others. It is so never. I want you all never to lose sight of that. That the strength of this community is something to not take for granted and something to truly appreciate.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
How about this? I think we should go and we should carry all this good energy forward to someone else who was involved with the marathon. Invenerable, who was
Yeah.
here earlier, is currently streaming. So why don't we all go? Can y'all just give me just like your best like heart emotes?
Oh yes.
We need a raid message.
Val Kilmer. Something about Val,
Val
Kilmer.
save mer. Because that was Inven's joke. Was Val save mer?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So Val save mer, and then with your best hearts.
All of my hearts are my best heart.
Yes. So that's what we will go, and we will go and raid Invenerable with. Thank you all again, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and just thank you again for all of your kindness and generosity.
Yes,
Thank you,
you all.
folks. Take care, everyone.
Yes, take care. Have a great one.
Bye.